Hello! Good evening to all of you, my dear learners, and welcome back to our channel. I am very excited to have this live video because tonight is the collaboration that I'm going to have with Miss Camille Hanson, a polyglot American language teacher. So, by the way, while we are still waiting for some more audience tonight, I would like to request all of you to share the link of our live video on your Facebook or on your social media accounts. And you may also send the link of our live video tonight on your messenger or any messaging app so that your friends, your classmates, your workmates, and your closest relatives will also learn from our video tonight because as I always say, hashtag sharing is caring. And don't forget that if you share the video on your social media account, don't forget to put the hashtag learn English with teacher Aubrey. And don't forget to set the privacy mode into public so that I'm about to see your post. Once again, good evening to all of you. As I told you, I'm excited to make this video because I'm pretty sure we are going to learn a lot about the tips that Miss Camille Hanson will be sharing with us later on because she's going to talk about the 7 days to language success. Wow, that sounds wonderful. What are the different tips to succeed into learning a language? Come on. By the way, while we are still waiting for some more audience to join us tonight, I would like to acknowledge our avid followers and learners. Let me greet first Neil Anson. Hello, good evening. Another one is our new member in the channel. She has joined the exclusive membership I offer here in this channel. We also have Radio Francisco, Ronaldo. Hello, good evening. Morgere, one of our avid learners and viewers. We also have Yen Yurel. Hello. Good evening. Yes, as he said, he's excited on the collab that I'm about to have with you, Miss Camille. By the way, Miss Camille is already there at the backstage of StreamYard. So later on, we're going to meet her. We also have Rabel Katu, Neil Anson. By the way, I put the different links on the description box below for you to check Miss Camille's social media accounts. She has her YouTube, but actually she's more active on her Instagram. That's why I would like to encourage you to follow her on her Instagram and her TikTok account. You can see those accounts and links on the description box below. And you'll see different short video lessons that will help you improve your English. Hello, Mateo Do. Diana Leen. Hello. To my ate, to my sister. Hello, ate. Miss Christella. All right, so there are already 70 live audience, so I'm still waiting for some more because the more the merrier, and of course a lot more will benefit from the tips that we are going to learn tonight. Again, good evening to all of you, my dear learners. If you're watching here in the Philippines, good evening, and if you're watching from the other part of the world, I think I should greet you good morning or good afternoon. And later on, with our guest, Miss Camille, you'll learn other ways to say good evening or good morning because our guest knows how to speak different languages. Yeah, she can speak 5 different languages. And that fact really amazed me. Oh, so without any further ado, my dear learners, let us begin our yeah let us begin our discussion about 7 days to language success. Since we're going to talk about success, my dear learners, I searched for a quotation to motivate you in relation to success or in relation to achieving success. And I got this one from Albert Einstein. He said that once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. What does that mean, Teacher Aubrey? Once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. In one of my previous videos, actually, that's the first video uploaded here on my channel, I said that for you to become great in a particular aspect, may it be in language learning journey or whatever aspect you are trying to improve yourself, the first step to become great is to accept and to honor your flaws, to honor your weakness. Because once you accept that this is your limit, or up till this part will be your weakness, and then with that fact, you can find ways to improve your weakness and use those weaknesses to have greater strength to face new challenges that the language learning journey offers you, or any aspect. Even though we're not talking language learning journey, this thing is still applicable, most especially in real life. Again, from Albert Einstein, once we accept our limits, we go beyond them. And with that, I hope that you are motivated and cheered up from that motivation from Albert Einstein. By the way, the reason why I just speak in pure English tonight because of our guest. I am excited to present to you our guest tonight. She is, she is, let me introduce to you our guest tonight, our beautiful guest. It was last Monday when I was her guest on her Instagram account. So if you will check and follow her on her Instagram account, you can watch our live video on her account. So she is a native English speaker, and she originated, yes, her hometown, yes, or her home state is Michigan from USA, and she's now currently in Panama, a country in Central America. And she is a polyglot, and that thing amazed me. When we say polyglot, that is a person who can speak more than three languages. Yeah, more than three languages because she can speak five different languages. Wow. And she already traveled into 40 different countries, yes, for leisure purposes and also to discover culture and language. And she is working on her book to language success that she'll share with us later on. She is a full-time mom of three and a content creator sharing her expertise in the English language. So I'm so excited to present to you and let us all welcome with our virtual claps, not other than Miss Camille Hanson. Hello, Miss
Hi.
Camille.
That was such a
How
nice introduction. Thank you so much.
It's
Wow.
my pleasure to have you as my guest here on my channel. So, how are you, Miss Camille?
I'm doing great. I'm doing super well. It rained here so hard last night in Panama, but the sun is shining now. I've had my coffee. It's 8 a.m., so good morning for me, but I think good evening for a lot of
It's
you.
evening, yes. We have 13
Yeah.
hours time difference. Miss Camille
Yes.
is now in Panama. Panama is part of Central America, right?
Exactly. It's famous for the Panama Canal, which maybe many have heard of.
Yes,
Yes.
that's part of the history. We learned that from our history topic before when I was still studying. So
Yes.
it's just 8 a.m. in your country. And as you said, it was raining so hard last night. Did you know, Miss Camille, that it was raining hard a little earlier than now? It was raining a while
Really?
ago. Yes, that's why I'm praying a lot that the rain will stop and
Yes.
God. grant me my prayer because he knows we're going to have this live.
Yes, yes,
So,
exactly.
Miss Camille, can you please tell us something more about yourself so that our live learners will get to know you more?
Sure, yes. So I'm Camille. I'm from the United States of America. I was born in a tiny little city, actually near Lake Superior. And on the other side of Lake Superior is Canada. So I was born in the
Hmm.
north where it snowed a lot. And I like warm weather. So I moved to South Carolina right after high school when I was 17, away from my parents. I am the middle of five girls. So I have four sisters, and I got married very young when I was 18, almost 19 years old. I'm now 36. I have
Wow.
three
You don't
children.
you don't look like 36.
Thank you. You're very sweet. You're very kind.
That's real. Or you may continue.
Yeah, I have three children, Maddox, Ivory, and Cairo. They're 2, 4, and 7 years old. And we travel the world together as a family. So, my oldest son, he's already been to 14 countries. My kids love to explore, they love to travel. We take them with us. Me and my husband work online. I'm an English teacher, content creator, currently working on different projects like an English course and writing a book. And I love to meet people from different cultures, and I love language learning. Language learning and travel are two of my biggest passions because I love to learn. So I feel like I'm more of a learner than a teacher because I'm so curious. And anytime I can talk to somebody from a new culture, like you, Aubrey, I feel just so fulfilled and satisfied and thankful for the opportunity to grow.
Thank you so much for such a wonderful introduction of yourself. And you
Yeah.
have so much interesting things to share with us. The moment I know you, Miss Camille, I know that I can learn a lot from you because you
Mm.
are so rich with experiences, most especially as you already traveled 40 different countries. Have you
Yeah.
been have you been here in the Philippines already?
I have not been to the Philippines. It is on my list. I will get there one day.
You visit here in the Philippines. So, Miss Camille, she already shared things about herself. We already knew her. And I told our live learners and our subscribers that you know how to speak five different language. That's why you are a
Yes.
polyglot.
Yes.
So, what are those five different languages that you can speak?
Yeah, so my native language, of course, is English. I did not learn my first foreign language, which is Spanish, until I was 27 years old. So, Spanish, and then I learned Italian, Portuguese, and then French. And I have a lifetime goal of being fluent in 10 languages. So, I know
Wow.
it's crazy, I know,
It's
but
crazy.
I love
It's
language. So, one at a
it's
time.
It's really crazy. It's Hongo, Hong Ho, Gung
Gung
Ho.
ho, gung ho, yes.
I remember that from our
Yes.
last
Yeah.
collab on your channel, on your Instagram.
Yes.
So, can you please greet our live audiences tonight the way
Yes.
how you can say good evening in those five different languages? Come on, Miss Camille.
Sure. Yeah. So Spanish, buenas noches. Portuguese,
Buenas noches. Uh-huh.
boa
Mhm.
noite. Boa noite in Portuguese.
Boa
Buona,
noite in Portuguese.
uh-huh. Buonasera in Italian.
Buonasera in Italian.
Uh-huh. Of course, we have good evening in English.
Mhm.
And okay, bonne journée is good day, good evening. Oh, bonne nuit in French.
And in Filipino, we used to say magandang gabi. Say it.
What is it?
Magandang gabi.
Mona Dungabi? That's crazy. That's so much harder.
Learning new languages is really crazy.
Yes.
I'm just interested to know how are you going to say in five different languages you know the words I love you. How are you going to
Okay.
say that?
Yes. So I love you, te amo in Spanish. In Portuguese, eu te amo. In Italian, ti amo. And je t'aime in French.
Je t'aime.
Je t'aime.
Je
Yes.
t'aime. All right. And in Filipino, it is mahal kita.
Mahal kita.
Mm.
Yeah, kind of. I've never spoke
Kind
any Filipino,
of,
you
yeah.
guys.
Yes. So after this collab of us, you already have a few words you know about the Filipino language. All right. So
Yes.
so much for that, Miss Camille. It's just the beginning of our collab, of our collaboration, of our chit chat and talk. But I already
Yes.
learned a lot from you. And to dig deeper into our topic, let's
Mm-hmm.
begin our discussion about seven
Yes.
days to language success. As I told you, my dear learners, Miss Camille is working on her book on 7 days to language success. And by the way, Miss Camille, I put the description or I
Mm-hmm.
put the link into the description box below
Yeah.
so that they can request a soft copy or an ebook
Yeah.
format of that book that you're
Yeah, they
working
can
on.
already get this book. This book is a PDF. It's like I don't know, 7 pages. And then I'm actually working on another book as well. So this book is like a quick guide of everything that I've taken and learned from my years of learning languages. And I put it in an easy format with
Mm-hmm.
practical steps for you to follow because I feel like many people don't know where to start with language learning. They feel overwhelmed. And so I just give you guys practical things that you can do every day to set yourself up for success to learn any language. And of course, there's more tips, there's more things you can do. But I just took everything that I had learned and put it into this PDF, which is free and available. It's already been translated into Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and Turkish, and it's being translated right now into French, Arabic, and Persian. So people
Wow.
just reach out to me and say, Camille, I want to translate your ebook, which is amazing because I
Wow,
wanted to reach a lot of
that's
people.
really magnificent, Miss Camille. I'm
Yeah.
excited to request a copy of that
Yes.
ebook.
Yes.
So let's now begin, Miss Camille. By the
Mm-hmm.
way, our discussion will go like this. For the first part, you're going to share with us the 7 days to language success. And
Yes.
then at the next part of our live video tonight, you're going to share with us some learning language tips that the
Yes.
learners or us Filipino learners and our subscribers and viewers tonight will learn. All right,
Mm-hmm.
as well as how to get over fear of speaking and some
Yes.
questions related to that. And at the last part, Miss Camille, we are going to play a game. You don't need to give reason. You don't need to reason out why you
Okay.
choose. Yeah,
Okay.
why you choose that particular option I gave you or our
Mhm.
live learners tonight gave on our live chat box. So to our live learners, I'm encouraging you to be part of our discussion tonight. Don't be shy to put your yeah, your live comment on our live chat box below. So there you can see the live chat box. And if you're watching on your laptops and computers, as I always remind you, the screen is or the live chat box is there at the right side of your screen. And if you have questions to Miss Camille or to me, you may put them on our live chat box. So now, Miss Camille, I'm giving you the floor. I'm giving you the microphone.
Mhm.
Let's begin the discussion about 7 days to language success. Come on.
Yes. So I encourage you guys, if you want to take notes and write, I'll walk you through these 7 days and you can write things down in your notebook, write your ideas. My hope is that by the end of this talk that you'll feel more confident and motivated and you'll have a plan for yourself, an individual plan that will help you to successfully learn the language that you're trying to learn. So for day one, I just decided to do one day at a time. So for day one, why are you learning the language you want to learn? So if you're learning English, write down why are you learning English? because language learning gets hard. There's not really many shortcuts. You're the only one that can learn a language. Nobody can learn it for you. Like if my son wants to eat a meal, I can cook it for him and he can enjoy the meal. But if my son wants to learn Spanish, I can help him, but I can't go and be his brain and be his mouth. He has to do it. So just write down, why do you want to learn the language you're trying to learn? It's so important to look back when you're stuck or when you feel unmotivated or when you feel frustrated to remember, this is why I'm learning English, because I'll get a better job, because I can make friends all over the world, because I can travel, because I can learn about new cultures, whatever it might be. Even if you want to write in the chat box, why are you learning the language? What language are you wanting to learn and why? If you guys want to participate in the chat box, that would be amazing.
So that's nice, Miss Camille. So you ask them, share in the live chat box, why are you interested to learn the English language?
Yes.
And as you said, Miss Camille, it's important to know the purpose. If you're going to begin to study a particular thing, specifically this English language or any language that you are interested to learn, know first the reason.
Yes,
it's a lovely idea. Yes, because it's a lovely idea that you know why are you going to study it. Because that sets you into a deeper value to really work hard into what you are learning. Because you have a deeper purpose.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So we'll go into day 2. So day 2, who can help you with your language learning journey? Because, for example, some of my friends have never learned a foreign language. So they don't understand what I'm going through. It's hard to learn a foreign language. I feel like to do it completely by yourself is, well, it's not nearly as fun and it will make it a lot more difficult. So even think now, who can help me? Do you know somebody that's learning English? Maybe your spouse, maybe your sibling, maybe you find a favorite online teacher and you're like, this person, like I'm going to watch their videos. I'm going to learn with them. Maybe you have extra money where you can hire a tutor and that person helps you. Maybe you find a friend that's trying to learn your language and you do language exchanges. Another idea that I have, which I've been doing with French since the beginning, since month 1, I'm now in a month, it'll be a year with French for me. And I've been doing updates on my Instagram. So
when
month
did that
1,
begin, Miss Camille?
When did that begin? Month 1 with French. So when I knew hardly anything, then month 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I did a live for month 10 in French with a French teacher on my Instagram.
I should watch that.
Yeah.
I haven't yet watched a single
video. It's entirely in French. Yeah.
And I read a question on the live chat box. How did you learn to speak French language? Did you learn it online or?
Yeah, so with Spanish, I went to school and I did like a grammar school for 9 weeks, 4 hours a day, and then I lived with a Mexican family that didn't speak any English. So I was thrown in immersion.
That's really crazy.
Yeah, but with the other 3 languages, I've taught myself. But I've also met natives where I do language exchanges. YouTube is an amazing thing. Instagram has so many resources. There's apps like Duolingo, Memrise, Busuu. There's so many great free apps right now that if you're motivated and disciplined, you can learn a language by yourself.
Just like I received a comment from Beckman. He said that I learned how to speak German when I downloaded an app called Duolingo. So no one taught me how to do that. I basically taught myself, and it's for free. So we can maximize the technology that we have right now.
I have like a 1,123-day streak on Duolingo. I'm learning it, which is a tip. I'm doing it from Italian into French. So then I'm strengthening my Italian and learning French, which is a great tip for people that are polyglot or trying to maintain languages while learning new ones. study the language from another foreign language.
Yes,
It's a
that
like a
really
free tip.
sounds interesting, but a little crazy.
I
Learning different
know.
languages is really crazy because just thinking of the fact that you're learning English, we Filipinos learning English as our second
Yeah.
language, it's quite challenging. What more if you're going to
Yes.
learn three, four, and five languages, Miss Camille? So that really
Yeah.
sounds crazy. And
Yes.
on your second day of 7 days to language
Yes.
7 days to language success, you said that who can help you in your
Yeah.
language journey. So it's a
Hmm.
great idea to find a person who you
Yeah.
think have the same interest with you in learning the language,
Yes.
who is better
Yes.
than you to help you, to
Yes.
assist you. As you
Hmm.
said, they can find a teacher online, just like this
Yeah.
YouTube videos, Instagram videos, in which
Yes.
they can interact and practice their English language skills through composing sentences.
Yes.
And you know
Yes.
what, Miss
Absolutely.
Camille? Learning a new language, or let's just focus on learning English language, can be somehow expensive at some point in time. Why? Because as you said, they can enroll into a course, let's say
Hmm.
30-day course. And yes,
Hmm.
learning education can be sometimes expensive.
Yeah.
But though that's expensive, we will be the ones to benefit from that. That's why
Yeah.
let's not feel we're losing a big amount of money from us, because that's for our own benefit.
Yes, exactly. And it'll pay itself back. If you invest in your education, there will be a return because maybe you'll get a better job, a higher paying job. So I think it's worth it investing in your education, in your learning purposes.
Yes. And
Hi,
we have
Janet.
tonight Miss Janet. Hello, Miss Janet, from English Share YouTube channel. She said that you can find some speaking partners on some language apps. Wow. So
Mhm.
we can find virtual speaking partners on language apps. So just check on your
Yeah.
phone or your mobile devices on
Hmm.
App Store or Google Play Store, the most recommended language learning applications, and there are a lot being
Yes.
offered by the App Store.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
also have a video on my YouTube channel of my favorite apps that I use to learn languages.
Oh,
So
so
check it out, you
they
guys.
should check that.
Hmm.
Miss Camille's YouTube channel is the link is already in the description box below. You
Yeah.
just have to check that. So again,
Yes.
this is the second one who can help you in
Yeah.
your language learning
Yeah.
journey.
I encourage you guys to keep writing in your own notebook and writing in the chat box as well, because it's encouraging to see your response and your participation. Let's go on
Mm-hmm.
to day 3. So, what
Day
is day
three.
3?
Day
What
three is
are
this.
your obstacles? So it's good to think and be prepared. I'll go over some of the biggest obstacles that I've had and that I hear people have when it comes to learning languages. And if you guys can think of obstacles that you have already in your mind, just go ahead and write them in the chat box, write them in your journals. So, one of the biggest ones I hear people say is, I don't have time. I don't have time to learn English. And I say, you're probably right. You probably don't have time, but you have to make time. And one of my
Ye-
biggest tips is taking what you already love to do and doing it in English. So if you love watching movies, if you love playing video games, if you love listening to music, reading books, do all of those things with the English language. It is like my biggest tip because you're not spending any extra time. You're just using your time in a wise way. So, me, for
Yes.
example, even if I want to see a show in English, I usually dub it over into French or Italian, just so I'm always having exposure to those languages. If I'm
Yeah. So.
listening to a podcast, I listen to it in another language. So finding
Mhm.
what you like, what you already do, and listening to it in English if that's the language you're trying to learn.
So, as you shared with us, Miss Camille, that one of your biggest obstacles is that you don't have enough time, but you have to make time to
Yeah,
target your goal to learn new language.
Yeah.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear from our live audience tonight, from our live community of learners tonight. What are the
Yeah.
obstacles that you encounter as you have your journey towards
Mm-hmm.
improving your English language?
Yeah.
Come on,
And
we would love to read them. Miss
yeah,
Camille, please share with
absolutely.
us. Here in
Mm-hmm.
the Philippines, I'm just going to share with you, Miss Camille. We have this tradition or culture that it seems like I'm not generalizing, Miss Camille, but I
Yeah.
think one of the obstacles here in the Philippines to learn the English language is that there are these people who seem to be entitled once they hear you utter an ungrammatical sentence, or once they
Mm.
caught you d- giving an ungrammatical statement in English.
Yeah.
They are there to judge you. Just like what
Mm-hmm.
teacher Janet told me, we call them as grammar trolls. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
one of the many obstacles of Filipino learners in
Yeah.
learning the
Yeah.
English language.
Yeah. I would love to touch on that. And hi, you guys. I'm loving seeing your comments. Yeah, it's so great to see them. Thank you for your.
By
I
the way,
loved that one. I was just seeing that one. Yeah, so good. Read it
that's from
out.
Laura. Yeah, come on, read it out, Miss Camille.
Okay. So to be honest with you, I'm not learning a language just for myself to be recognized as smarter, but I do believe that learning a language is the most powerful weapon that I can find or you have for finding a job and to
There's a
promote yeah,
continuation.
to promote something very important for me, especially when I was in the US Navy. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
really good. That's so cool. I love
Yeah.
that. I wanted to touch on mindset because mindset is an obstacle. If we have a negative mindset, if we're thinking, I cannot learn English, or I am not smart, or if we're thinking, oh, somebody said something to me, and we think about that negative thought or that negative thing somebody said, we feel discouraged. And
Yes.
so it's so important to go into learning a language with a positive mindset. I can learn English. I will learn English. I am smart. We have to
Yeah.
feed ourselves with those positive statements every day because learning a language is a lifetime journey. It's not over in one day, 1 month, 1 year. It's a continuation, and we'll always get better if we never give up and if we have that positive mindset.
Yes, that's really great because everything really begins with the mind, Miss Camille,
Yes.
right? And I have
Yes.
this mantra in life that whatever our mind can conceive, our body can achieve. Or if we believe
Mm-hmm.
strongly in one thing that we can
Yeah.
do that, then
Yes.
there is a greater possibility, there's a greater chance that we can really accomplish and achieve that. Because
Yes.
we are pushing ourselves into our
Yeah.
limits, right? And
Yes.
the very
Yes.
first person to motivate us, if nobody is believing us, will be ourselves,
Yes.
right? We are the
Yes.
very first one to cheer ourselves up. So let's
Mm-hmm.
keep on feeding our minds with positive
Yeah.
thoughts, as you said,
Yes.
to
Yes.
motivate us. It's about
Yes.
mindset. It's really about
Yes.
mindset. Learning a language
So much of language learning is about
has
our
something
mindset.
to do with
Mm-hmm.
mindset. All right. So, Miss
Yes.
Camille, what else would you like to share with us about this day three of 7 days to language
Yeah.
success?
So I think I'm going to go ahead and switch into day 4, which is what is your learning style? Because that can be an obstacle as well. We
I
need
love
to
to talk
know.
about that. As a
Yeah.
teacher, I love to talk about learning styles because we have diversity of learners, right?
Yes, exactly. Like
Come on.
how you teach, how I teach. People might be drawn to different teachers because of how they teach and because of how the student learns. So there's no one way to learn a language. Aubrey could give you a whole list of ways of how she's learned. I could give you a whole list of ways of how I've learned, and maybe they're different. But I think there'd be common factors between the
There
two of
are.
them.
I
Yeah.
think there are.
Yeah. So I think it's so important to identify just even some things like, do I need a class or am I motivated and disciplined to learn completely on my own? Self study using the free resources like YouTube or books or things like that. So, classroom setting or on my own, or maybe you need a classroom setting for 3 months and then you can be on your own. Just be thinking of these questions. Do you guys learn better in a group, or do you learn better by yourself? Do you learn better in the evening or in the morning? Do you write down notes, or do you type them in your phone? These little things will help set yourself up for success. There's no right or wrong answer. So I just encourage you guys to participate in the chat. Are you a visual learner? Do you need to see things? Or can you just hear and can you learn? So all of these things, if you can understand your personal learning style, it will help you in the language learning process, because you'll be like, oh, that's how I learn. That's what I need. That's what I'll do. And then you'll have success. So it's setting
Yes.
yourself up by knowing what your language learning style is. I don't know if
All
you want to
right.
comment more.
So we received thank you. We learned a lot from your suggestion and pieces of advice. Miss Camille from VidU, he said that learning styles
Yeah,
can be associated with learners' multiple intelligences.
that's good.
We have multiple
Mm-hmm.
intelligence. One learner can be good in
Yeah.
can learn more through writing or through visuals, through watching, through
Yeah.
viewing, right? Other
Yes.
learners can learn best through listening.
Yes.
Others can learn best through movements. You see, there
Yes.
are different ways on how
Yes.
a learner can maximize learning.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we're not
Absolutely.
talking about language, it is applicable to all different aspects of learning.
Yes.
So we have
Exactly.
to identify what
Mm-hmm.
suits best for us. For me, teacher, Miss Camille, what the best learning style for me is, for me, it's
Yeah.
for me as a learner. I'm still learning the language. I'm still in the process of improving myself so that every time I am facing my learners in live videos like this, every time I'm shooting video lessons, I keep on watching videos. That's the
Yeah.
thing, or that's the best way I learn.
Mm-hmm.
I keep
Yeah.
on watching. And aside from that thing, I also recognize that one of the best learning styles that I can learn best is through listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned a lot
Mm-hmm.
through listening. I
Yeah.
love it was a while ago. It was earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Mm-hmm.
listening to a podcast. Yeah, it was a podcast of a British teacher. Yeah, it's in British English, of course.
Okay.
So it's a quite different from American English. The slang, the tone, the
Yeah.
twang.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I love listening to them. I love listening to such
Yeah.
kind of audio material so that my ear will be familiarized with how
Mm-hmm.
British English speakers deliver such English words.
It's so good. For me, in the
Yes.
beginning, I always need to see. Like, if somebody tells me a word in French, especially in the beginning, I had no idea. I was like, please write it down for me. And then when I see it written down, I can connect it in my brain. So I think I'm definitely a visual learner.
You're a
Seeing
visual
things,
learner.
yeah, seeing things
Hmm.
helps me so much. There's tests you can do to know what type of
Yeah,
learning
there is a
style
test
you
for
have.
that. There is.
Mm-hmm.
They can find a lot of tests on the internet. That you can search them
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
internet for you to
Totally.
discover what is your best learning style. By the way, Miss
Yes.
Camille, I will just
Mm-hmm.
shout out my aunt from Saudi Arabia.
Oh,
She's my aunt, Tita
that's so
Maria
cool.
Heidi from Saudi
Hi.
Arabia. Do you know Saudi Arabia?
I've never been, but I
You've
know where
never
it
been.
is. I've heard
Well,
about it. I've
she's,
talked to some people from there as well.
wow,
Yeah.
Arabic
Yes.
language.
Yes. Yeah. Not in Arabic. They were learning English and they reached out to me on the apps. So,
Wow,
yeah.
I see. So again,
Hmm.
for the day four of 7 days to language success, what is your learning style?
Yes. Exactly. And then just write down, yeah, your learning style from some of the questions and things we went over, just so you're learning about yourself better. And then we
Miss
can go
Camille,
and, yeah,
just received this comment.
uh huh.
It's quite funny. He said, "I believe." I want you to read that comment from
I
Vidyu.
believe that Miss Camille is a calm teacher, while Miss Aubrey is an assertive one. That's what we call diversity teachers.
Oh, thank you. By the way, Vidyu is one of my not online, YouTube learners here. He's very
Cool.
active. Yeah, he's
Hi.
very active, and he's actually a joker. He keeps on commenting jokes. Yeah,
Yes.
he is injecting jokes and humor into his
That's fun.
sentences.
That's fun though. I like that. I
That's
like to
cool.
laugh. I like to laugh. It's a good thing.
Yeah, thank you, Vidyu.
Yeah.
By the way,
Let's go into, oh, sorry. Go ahead.
someone's greeting us from
Hi,
California.
Miriam. Keep healthy and safe, you guys. God bless. God bless you too.
All right. I'm so
Yeah.
talkative. I'm sorry.
No, it is fine. It is
All
okay.
right, so we're done with the day 4. Now let's proceed to the
Yeah.
next
Day 5.
fantasy.
Okay. This is going into goal setting, you guys, which is so important when it comes to language learning. Language learning goals. Where do you want to arrive? Maybe you just need English to travel, or maybe you want to be an interpreter and you need a C2. You need the maximum, highest level of English that you can have. My son, I don't know if you guys can hear him, is at the door. He's like,
I can
Mom.
hear him.
Yes. I'm so sorry,
This,
son.
this,
I'll be here in a
that's the
moment.
struggle. That's the struggle of working from home.
Yes, yeah. We have my
Right.
husband out there. He's there
All right.
somewhere.
Hello, Calvin.
Yes. He actually figured out this Airbnb didn't have a lock. And so my kids would barge in during my lives a few times. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to get this door locked. So at least they can't like come running in. So he figured out a
Yes.
way. So we can lock it. So language learning goals. If you write down your goals, you're 42% more likely to achieve them. So even if you have a goal in your mind, like write it down. It's so important to write down your goals, like super important. So where do you want to arrive? Like I said, is it just for a vacation? You just want to learn a few phrases? Or is it a huge, like, I need to become so fluent so that I can use English in my job or in my work? So yeah, write it down even right now. And I'm going to go into day 6 because we need to have a big goal, but then we also need to break down that big goal into smaller goals. Because if we just say, okay, I want to arrive to a C2 level in English, we need to have a bunch of smaller
By the
goals to
way, Miss
get
Camille,
there.
let's give our learners, let's give our live audience an idea when it comes to C2. What is that for?
Yeah,
C2.
okay, that's good. So Cambridge has broken down English learning into, I think, 6 categories. So A1, A2, which is like a beginner. B1, B2 is intermediate. C1, C2 is at advanced, like the best level that you can get according to the test that you would take. So if that makes
All
sense.
right.
Yes, that's so good. He said why, who, what, which, how. So smart goals, like they should be measurable, like attainable for you, realistic. These are goals, they're personal goals for you. So never compare yourself with somebody else in language learning, just
Yes.
you with you. So setting smaller goals. So for me, for example, with French, I said I want to become fluent enough to go live in French with a French native. That's like my biggest goal. But to get there, I had to break it down and to be like, okay, within 3 months, I want to be having basic conversations. 6 months, I want to be having phone calls. So it's breaking it down. Then it's even breaking it down. When I say breaking it down, it means taking the bigger thing and creating smaller, attainable goals for yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe some goals look like for a weekly goal, I'm going to complete 1 chapter in an English book. I'm going to watch 3 episodes of a series. I'm going to have 1 language call. Do you see where I'm going? It's just things that you can do, that you can fit in your schedule, that will help you reach your bigger overarching goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so much. And you
Yeah.
see, those small things that you are doing, you don't know that they can actually impact your language learning improvement, right?
Yes, yes, absolutely. I always tell
Mm-hmm.
people it can be discouraging because you might be like, am I progressing at all? And I feel like it's easy to see your progression from zero to intermediate, like from knowing nothing in English to having an intermediate level. From going from intermediate to advanced, it takes more time, more effort, more struggle, more energy. It's just harder to go and it takes longer. Maybe you can
Yeah.
go from nothing to intermediate in 6 months, but then to get from intermediate to advanced, it could take you 3 more years, maybe.
Yes. And achieving small goals, that's still an
Yeah.
achievement, though that's small. That's still an
Yes.
achievement that we have to celebrate.
Yes. Yes, exactly. Which brings me into a point we need to reward ourselves because if we get a reward, it's like dopamine in our brains and then we want to keep
Yes.
doing the same thing. So the
Yeah.
goal because you're not always going to be so motivated to study or to learn. So the
Yeah,
goal
that's
is to
normal.
yeah, is to become disciplined, to create habits because you brush your teeth every day. It's good for you, obviously, but it's a habit. So if you can make language learning a habit, you'll have success. Even when you don't feel motivated, you'll be listening to that English podcast. You'll be having that English phone call. Yes, one
Yeah.
step at a
From
time.
Yen. Yes, from Yen
Hmm.
Urel Badawas. It's just one step at a time. Yes. Thank you, Yen.
Yes, yes. So good. It's so good to have these small goals because we can achieve the small goals. We can achieve those small goals. And with each small goal we achieve, we're one step closer to the big goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's wonderful. Our day 6 of 7 days to language success is setting
Yes.
smaller goals.
Yeah.
And now, can we move on to the last day?
Yes. Let's move
Yeah.
on to the last one. You guys that have hung in here this whole time, you're amazing. Thank you guys for your comments, for your
Yes. Thank you. Thank
suggestions,
you.
for writing in the chat box. That's amazing. So, designing your own study routine. So, this is something that you can reevaluate every month. See, am I doing this? Is this working for me? What needs to change? So it's writing down again. Like Camille, I wrote down in my thing, will study French every day in the morning for 30 minutes using YouTube and Duolingo. So
All
it's
right.
taking exactly what you want to do for those small goals and just making that a habit in your everyday life, celebrating your successes and just re-evaluating month after month, okay, or week after week if you want. What is your weekly goal this week? What is your weekly goal this week? And just keep checking in, change it up, do something new, try something new. Some people also feel like they need a break. And I say, take a few days off. Don't study for
Mm,
3 days. Give your brain a rest. It's okay. It's okay.
nothing's
Just
wrong
don't
with
take
that.
off a year. Yeah, just don't take off a year. Don't let your 3 days. I did that with Italian. I took off 9 months. I'm like, I'm going to
Oh,
learn Italian. And I studied so hard for 3 months. And I got to that place where I was kind of piecing sentences together. And then I didn't study for 9 months. I wasn't disciplined. I had no motivation. I moved from Hawaii to South Carolina. I had a baby. There was a lot of life things, and it wasn't a habit. But then I picked it back up and I was like, no, I really want to learn Italian. And so then I spent the next year and I learned Italian pretty well.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. And Miss Camille,
Yeah.
the day 7, designing your own study routine. So there is
Yeah.
the word routine. Routine has something to do with practice, and we
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos are very familiar with the tagline, "Practice makes perfect." That's why I keep on practicing. But as I
Yeah.
always tell my learners in language learning journey, there's no such thing as perfect, or there's no such
Yeah.
thing as perfect present in this world. So why do we need to keep on practicing? Because as we keep on practicing, it makes things more permanent. And when we talk about
Yes.
um, things becoming more permanent, it has something to do with routines, right?
Yes. It's so true. It's
It
so
becomes
true.
more natural for us. It becomes part of our system. It seems that something
Yes.
is missing when we forget to do that thing as part of our
Yeah.
routine because it's already
Hmm.
part of our system,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I would 100% agree with you. Yes.
Yes. So let's just have again a run through of the 7 days to language success. Let's
Yes.
have the first one, which is for the day one. We have why are you learning a
Hmm.
language? Second is who can help you in your language learning journey? The third
Yes.
is what are your obstacles?
Yes.
Identify the obstacles, the hindrances. The fourth
Hmm.
day is what is your learning style? We have different
Hmm.
learning styles.
Yeah.
Find the best one that suits you, in which you can learn best. The
Hmm.
fifth day is language learning goals. Yes.
Yes.
And then to make it more specific, we move on to day six, which is setting smaller goals. And this is
Hmm.
something to do with celebrating the small achievements that you are
Yes.
having as you go along on your
Hmm.
English language learning journey. And for the day seven,
Yes.
find a routine. Yes, design your own
Yes.
study routine
Yes. And
because
they can, oh yeah. Go ahead. Or I was just going to say
yeah.
they can get like all of my notes from this free ebook. It's free. So if they want like all of the notes, everything I talked about, even more detailed, written
Yes,
down,
yes.
they can get that ebook for free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can get a copy of the ebook, yes, of this ebook, 7 Days to Language Success of
Hmm.
Miss Camille Hanson.
Hmm.
You can check the link on the description box below. You just have to sign up, your email,
Yes,
and
that's
other
it.
information about
Hmm.
you, and then Miss Camille will send to you the copy of that ebook. And by the way,
Yes.
Miss Camille, thank you so much, but we're not yet done because we are going to have more language learning tips. Do you
Yes.
have some more language learning tips for our learners tonight?
Yeah, well, I love to answer questions about language learning. So if anybody here has a question, some of the common questions I get are how to sound more native or how to get over fear of
Yeah,
speaking.
how to
So,
get over the fear of speaking. We have that
yes,
question.
yes. So this is a hard one because I've struggled with this too, especially with French because it's been the hardest language that I've learned so far. And I was so afraid of sounding stupid and I have a strong accent and it's not familiar on my tongue, you know? So I what I did was I just started talking to myself and just talking out loud to myself just to become more familiar with the words and then just using the little French that I knew in the beginning and saying those words, the basic phrases. So I encourage you, the language learner, say the basic things that you know in English and just start. Just start. So, also, if you know that you're going to be talking to a native, go prepared with a couple of questions. Maybe like, oh, tell me a little bit about yourself. In that way, when the other person is talking, you can breathe and just try to relax and calm down instead of feeling flustered and afraid. You can just listen. And I promise most of the fear is in your own mind because you're worried
Yes,
about being judged, you're worried about making mistakes, and you're worried about your
exactly.
accent. But really, those things aren't important. An accent is normal. It's normal to have an accent you're learning.
Yes.
People are not judging you, that's in your mind. And you will be able to communicate, which is the goal. The goal is not perfection, the goal is communicating, which
Yes,
means
the
being
goal is not
understood.
perfection.
Yes, yes. So I believe that if you can just use the little bit of English that you know, practice with people, and just get over the mindset of like, I can't do this, or my accent is bad, or I'm going to make mistakes. Like, all of those things are completely okay. I'm giving you permission to make many mistakes in English. Okay. So
And don't be
be
afraid to
free.
try. Yes, don't be
Yes.
afraid to try because you're afraid people will judge you. And by the way, just to
Yeah.
share with you, Miss Camille, here in the Philippines, since we're an archipelago, there are many different islands, regions. We have different dialects. That's
Mm,
why those different dialects affect the speaking of
yeah.
Filipinos from different part of the Philippines. We have the so-called regional accent, and That's why learners of the language of some learners of English language, most especially we call the Visayans, they have this regional accent, not just the Visayans. Other
Mm-hmm.
Filipinos who have regional accent, they are they have a less self-esteem to speak the language because they have this fear that people will laugh at them if they
Mm-hmm.
hear that they sound like Bisaya or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
they shouldn't be afraid
Yeah.
of speaking, practicing, Miss
Yeah.
Camille.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you're amazing for learning another language. Bottom line, really.
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottom
Yeah.
line there. Focus on the good
Yeah.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on what you
Exactly.
can do. Don't focus
Exactly.
on what other people see about you. That has nothing to do
Yes.
with your improvement. Their opinion
Yes.
has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
So just let
Yes.
them say anything they want,
Yeah.
but focus on your goal.
And choose not to receive it. You can receive people's words or you can reject their words. So if somebody says
Yes.
something mean to you, be like, I am not receiving that. I'm not listening to that. I am choosing to believe that I speak well. I have a good accent. I'm going to learn. It's back to the
Yes.
mindset. I can
Yeah.
answer English Shareda's question. How do you motivate your students if they lose motivation?
Where is
There's
that?
it's
Oh,
up a few
there.
more. Yeah.
Oh, here.
Okay. This
Come
is
on.
why habit and discipline is so important because we're not always motivated. But if we've built in the habit, then we don't necessarily need the motivation as much because motivation comes, motivation goes. But habits are permanent, right? There's something that we do day after day. So I think if you work more on your discipline of having that daily habit of learning and the lifestyle of learning, then it doesn't so much matter if you're super motivated or not. If you're needing to find motivation, though, a couple things that you can do. One is just start posting monthly your journey with learning English on Instagram. That motivated me with French. I was like, oh no, it's like 3 months of French. I have to do an update. So it motivated me to keep studying French. You can also go back to your why, remembering why you're learning the language.
Yes.
And then you can reward yourself. What
Yeah.
reward do you want? What is something that you would love? Is it a trip? Is it a vacation in a place that speaks English? You know what can you motivate or reward yourself with that will motivate
Yeah.
you?
Wow,
Yeah.
nice, nice, Miss Camille. By the way, I already have a video about how to stay motivated in learning the English language. You may
Yeah.
check that video for you to know the other tips on how you can stay motivated. And yes, as
Yes.
you said, Miss Camille, how to stay motivated, it's really important to have that set of discipline. Yeah, it's really
Mm-hmm.
important
Mm-hmm.
to discipline yourself because it's natural that such times in your life
Yeah.
as you go along on your language learning journey that you'll feel demotivated, you'll
Yeah.
feel exhausted reading,
Yeah.
watching, listening to podcasts. There will
Yeah.
come a time that you'll just feel you want to relax. As you said,
Yeah.
you relax for 9 months,
Yes.
but don't do that same thing
No.
as you did.
Yeah.
All right, to
Yeah.
our learners, you may just relax for some few days and then
Yeah.
go back again to your
Yeah.
routine of studying.
Yes. Exactly.
To keep on, just
Exactly.
continue. Do what the clock does. Keep on moving.
Yes. Yes. So
By
good.
the way, we received another comment. It's from English
Yeah.
Practice with Kathy. She is also an English teacher in France. She
Oh,
said, well, with
cool.
my students in France, they don't have the motivation to learn the English language at all. So, as their
Hmm.
English teacher, it is so hard to teach them. How do you deal with such case?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
think another thing that I haven't mentioned, I won't repeat myself, this is a brand new idea, is making language learning fun for them. So bringing in pop culture. Maybe you're teaching them through popular English music or songs, series, movies, things like that. Things that would be interesting to them. Because if something is interesting to you, you want to do it. So the
You want to do
interest,
more.
yeah, the interest is so important because you're actually learning grammar, sentence structure, new vocabulary through reading, through watching series, through listening to podcasts, even if you're not doing like the fill in the blank to the correct verb conjugation or things like that, if that makes sense.
All
So I
right.
think, especially with the college aged or high school age, bringing in pop culture, bringing in fun clips from YouTube videos even can help pique their interest.
Yeah. We have to make sure that the interest is always at a high level because that will
Yes.
motivate them to be interested in learning the
Yes.
language. All right,
Yes.
thank you so much,
Yes.
Miss Camille. After answering that question, how to get over your fear of speaking, many
Mm-hmm.
are asking how to sound more like a native. How to
Yes.
sound more like a native.
Yes. So there's a few things that you can do to sound more native. One of them is shadowing technique, where
Shadowing technique.
you take somebody's accent that you like, that you want to sound like. You play the
It it
clip.
it has to do with imitation,
Yes,
right?
exactly. It's imitating the person word for word. So you could put on a YouTube video, put the subtitles in English, you put your headphones on like I am, you listen and you just copy the person out loud with your voice. You try to say the words exactly how they're saying them. Even 2 or 3 minutes a day will help you sound more native after doing that day after day because it's hundreds of minutes, month after month, so that can help you. And just listening as well. Listening helps you to sound more native because you're like, that is how they say the words. So listening is so important. Shadowing technique is good. Speaking out loud to yourself. And then learning expressions, slang
Yes.
expressions, things that we would actually say. Because often when learning a language, we learn it more by the textbook. I think it's changing though in today's
It's
generation. I think
changing.
it's changing a lot. If you learn from a textbook, you won't sound as native as if you learn from relevant YouTube videos or
From
TikTok or
listening, from
Instagram.
watching.
Yeah, exactly. So learning those expressions, those idioms that we use will help you sound more native as well.
And I told you, Miss Camille, I was listening earlier in a podcast of a British English speaker. He said how to sound more like a native is to stop using the fillers. Uh,
Yeah,
you can use
yeah.
other fillers when you are still thinking about the right word to say. You can
Hmm.
just simply say, or just like what teacher Janet told me, use the fillers like,
Like is
mm,
such a common filler.
yeah,
Yes, I
yeah,
use it all
and
the time.
yeah, like. But for the British people, they say that like is overused, so they can use other words aside from like. But for us
Okay.
Filipinos, we're more into using the fillers. And that shows
Yeah,
that we're not confident, right? We're not
yeah.
confident. It seems like we're still thinking of the proper words, right words to say. So we can search for other
Yes.
fillers, other ways to sound more like a native, and most especially
Hmm.
the best way that works for me is listening. Yes, listening to
Yes.
podcasts, watching videos of native speakers.
Hmm.
Before Ms. Camille, I would like to share with you and to the language learners who are with us tonight. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
read that teacher Janet said, we're using Filipino fillers like ano, yung ano.
Uh,
In English, ano is what? When we say ano, yung
okay.
ano, it seems like the word is at the on the tip of your tongue. You
Yeah.
already know what you have to say, but you cannot say it. You cannot find the perfect word. That's why some Filipinos are used into using the fillers. I would love to, ano,
Uh,
something like that.
okay. Okay.
That is one
Uh-huh.
of the pillars we have here in the Philippines. And yes, um, I will just continue what I'm sharing with you that before, as I was watching videos, as I was watching movies, Hollywood movies, British movies, English movies, I was having hard time to really understand because of the slang words of the characters in the movie. But now, since I am used into and up until now, I'm spending more time to watch videos in which there are native speakers. It seems like my ears are used to listening to native speakers. That's why it's easier
Yeah.
for me to understand. And that has something to do with practice and routine. So that's
Absolutely.
really effective.
So good.
That's really effective. All right. So I think we have some more questions in our live chat box.
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, from Great Canilio, he said, Miss Camille, what would you say to the people who stereotype for not speaking English fluently? Hmm.
hmm What does he mean by that? People that like make fun of you or
Some or judge you, something like
judge
that.
you?
Make
Yeah,
fun
I
of
would
you.
go I would go back as hard as it is because those negative comments stand out stronger in our brain, but I would do the best not to dwell on them, to just not receive them. I do the same if I get a negative comment. I'm like, no, I know who I am. I know where I am in my language learning journey. I don't receive this. And I just keep moving forward, the positive mindset. Yeah.
Yes, and again from Vidju, a very active audience we have tonight. Even
Yeah,
a
he's
3-year-old
amazing.
Filipino can actually speak English as if he is a native one. How much more
Yeah.
us? Hee hee. Does it make
Yes.
any sense? Yeah,
Yes.
it's true.
hmm
Many kids right now, many kids in this time, in this digital era, um, since their parents are already working, they are left at
Yeah.
home with just the gadgets to watch YouTube Kids,
hmm
and then
hmm
what happened? Suddenly, their parents, their Filipino parents, are amazed in how their children or how their child can already speak the language fluently by
Wow.
just merely watching and listening to videos on
Amazing.
YouTube or on the
Amazing.
internet.
That
You
is so
see?
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so such thing can
hmm
really help us. By the way, Miss Camille, I would just like to acknowledge Duho TV. Hello, good evening, watching from Korea,
Hi.
and thank you for your generosity. He shared with me tonight. He sent a super chat worth Korean, what's that? Korean dollar worth 5,000 peso, 5,000 Korean dollar. Is that right? By the way, thank you so much, Duho TV.
Yes. Yes. You have an amazing audience, Aubrey.
So
hmm
much. I'm very thankful to have them. They are
Yeah.
the reason why I am so motivated. They are my motivation to keep on
Yeah.
studying the language. I want to keep on
Absolutely.
improving myself.
hmm hmm Yes.
And by the way, we already answered this question, I think. We're
Yeah.
done answering that question. You
hmm
may repeat or you may replay this video so that you can cope up with the part in which Ms. Camille answered that question. Oh,
Yes.
5,001. Thank you. Another thing, we received another comment. I would love to read
Yeah.
this from Christella Cassandra Fabia. We couldn't
hmm
control those people who will judge us. What we can do is to focus on our goals, which is to keep on learning
Yes.
English language. Yeah, keep on focusing.
Absolutely.
And
hmm
another thing, we just talked about it on your Instagram live last Monday. That
Yeah.
another thing that hinders us is because we are comparing ourselves with others, right, Miss
Yeah.
Camille?
hmm hmm
Other learners are comparing themselves. Why is she already as advanced as that way
Yeah.
compared to me? Why are you like that? Why are you comparing yourselves with
Yeah.
them? As you told me, Miss Camille, from our live
hmm
last Monday,
hmm
that we shouldn't do that because we don't have an idea how much effort that person has put
Yeah.
in
hmm
learning the language,
hmm
right?
Yeah. They might have already
Oh,
spent literally
yeah,
years studying for hours every day to get the
exactly.
English that they have.
Exactly. All
hmm
right. Thank you once again to Duho TV for adding additional 2,000 super sticker for our live lesson tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Uh-huh. All
Yeah.
right. Vidju again. He said that I used to be active tonight because I am an aspiring English
Oh,
teacher too.
That's
Wow.
amazing. Very cool.
Really amazing. Thank you,
Mhm.
thank you.
Mhm.
I hope that we are inspiring you, Vidu,
Yes.
and of course not just Vidu, but all the language learners and our community of a live audience tonight. And by the way, Miss Camille, we're done with our discussion. Yeah, you
Yeah.
also told me that line from Vidu: comparing yourself steals your own pace
Yes.
of happiness.
I would
Yes,
100%
so
agree.
don't compare
Mhm.
yourself
No,
in
don't do
any
it.
aspect.
No,
Don't do that.
no,
Because as I
exactly.
told you, Miss Camille, we have different timelines in life,
Yeah,
right? We have different
totally.
timelines.
Mhm.
Maybe that person, that friend of you who already improves his or her language level has improved because he puts so much effort into learning the language. That's his
Yeah.
time to improve. But
Yes.
maybe after a month of you practicing your English every day,
Yes.
undergoing a strict routine and discipline, after a month, who knows that you've already
Mhm.
improved and a way
Yes.
greater than who you are now in learning the
Yes.
language.
Absolutely.
So, Ms. Camille, we're done with the 7 days to language success. We're done with the Q&A, answering the questions of our live audience tonight.
You guys, we
And
did
now,
it.
yeah, but there's more before we end the video. As I told you, we're going to play a game. Here in the Philippines, this game is known as Fast Talk. Yeah, it's
Okay.
called as Fast Talk. We play this on your Instagram live last time when I was your
Yes.
guest.
Yes.
You call that game this or that. You're going to choose from two options. So, my
Yes.
dear learners, I'm encouraging you to put something there. Two options only. It may be coffee or milk, milk tea or milk or coffee, something like that. So we're
Yeah.
going to play this game. I'll just put it there so that you will see.
Yes.
We're going to play ten 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 with sound effects. Let's play Would You Rather. All right. So, my dear
Yeah.
learners, I'm encouraging you to share whatever you'd like to ask Miss Camille. Give her two options. I'll do the first question for the would you rather. Would you rather choose coffee or milk?
Coffee. Always coffee.
Coffee. I love it too. From teacher Janet, lights off or lights on? What would you rather choose?
Lights off.
Okay. Lights off from Mateo Do. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Sunset. Uh-huh. I I told you Vidri is a joker. He injected humor.
Yes.
Aubrey plus Camille is come on. Thank you for that humor.
So
Okay,
funny.
so let's move on. Would you rather choose multitasking or doing one task?
Multitasking. I'm a natural multitasker.
Mm-hmm.
hmm As a
Would you
mom.
rather choose beach or
Oh,
mountain?
beach. Beach is my happiest place ever. I love it.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I love beach. What
Yes.
would you rather choose hot choco or cold choco?
Chocolate. Hot chocolate. Hot.
Or hot?
Hot
You want
chocolate.
hot. All right.
Yes.
Would you rather choose old songs or new song? Oh, this one. New
What
song
old?
or
Um.
old song?
Oh, maybe I'll say a new one. Let's learn something new.
Oh, you want something new. All right, but I
Yes.
love a classic one. Next is would you rather choose Filipino or America? Let's say for a friend, yeah. Do you
Filipino.
need
Sure. Why not? I can learn something
Mm.
new.
Yes. Would you rather choose spring or summer?
Spring.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah.
uh Another question is wait, from Lester. Would you rather choose American accent or British accent?
British accent.
That
Yeah.
sounds new. And you're using American accent, right?
Yes, I do not have a British accent, but Americans really like the British accent. I know it's strange, but we do. We're like, it's so cool.
Why?
I think because it's just like exotic to us. We're like, oh,
Exotic.
British
Exotic to your
accent.
ear.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Next from Yen, he said, would you rather choose teaching or learning?
Learning. I just love learning so much, you guys. I love teaching too. But if somebody said go teach English or go learn French, I would be like, I'm going to learn French right now.
Learning. All
Yeah.
right. Next, would you rather choose dance or sing?
I'm pretty bad at both, but dance.
Oh, with that answer, you have to give us a sample. Come on,
Of my dancing.
Thank you, thank you. That's so fun. Next, uh, let's ask this from Rico Binosa.
Oh my gosh!
What would you rather choose?
I'll just say chocolate right now. We're not going to get into this.
Chocolate, okay. There are children who are still watching.
Yes,
Wait,
and there's also kimchi or chocolate, and I definitely say chocolate on that one too.
Kimchi or chocolate?
Yes, I love chocolate. I have chocolate like right here in this cupboard.
We're the same. I have a sweet tooth.
Yes, sweet tooth. Yeah. Yes.
And yes, we can use that expression sweet tooth if we would like to pertain to a person who loves sweet foods.
Yes.
Right? Sweet tooth. What would you rather choose, hot or cold?
Oh, what is it for? Like weather, drinks?
It's up to you. Whatever you like.
I'll just say hot. Sure.
Hot.
Yes.
All right. So from Christella, would you rather choose speaking or listening?
Oh, so hard.
What for
I'll say listening.
Listening. You know what? There's this adage I will just share with you. Not all of us can be a good speaker, yes, because some are a little shy or hesitant to speak, but all of us can become a good listener. That's
listening
nice.
Is a great skill that anyone can develop. Absolutely.
And I appreciate people who are good listeners.
Yes.
I love those kind of people. Next from Viju, would you rather choose black hair or blonde hair?
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair. Would you rather choose chocolate or flour?
Chocolate. I love chocolate, you guys. I'm really realizing chocolate's winning every time here.
All right. Another is from Lloyd. Would you rather choose German song or soprano song?
Oh, I'll say soprano. Sure.
Soprano. Can you give us a sample of a soprano song?
No.
No.
That's why I need to choose it. That's why I need to choose it to listen.
You chose dance. All right. Next from Great Canelo, would you rather choose leader or listener?
Leader or listener? Oh, that's hard. Okay, I'll say listener again.
Listener again. Oh, another is from Christella. It's interesting. Would you rather choose beautiful but not smart, or not beautiful but smart?
I think not beautiful but smart.
Why? I want to know why.
Because intelligence is beautiful.
Wow, intelligence is sexy and beautiful.
Yes, I agree. Yeah.
All right, another. Bald. Same question I received last time. Bald or hairy?
I would say
bald or hairy.
I guess hairy.
All right. Next, would you rather choose speaking or writing? That's my sister.
Okay, I would say speaking.
She's watching. She's my sister, Miss Shamay. All right. Next, we have from English Shara. Oh wait. Oh, this one first. Would you rather choose books or movies?
Movies. I really like movies. I like books too.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, goodness.
Giving you a hard time.
Oh, I love this movie called Letters to Juliet. It's based in Italy, but it's just a romantic, sweet movie. Yes.
That has something to do with Shakespeare.
Yes, it does. It's so good.
I watched that movie. You love that one?
Yeah. I love others. They're just not coming to my mind right now.
Yeah. All right. Next is, there's a funny question from Viju. When the boat is sinking, who will you save first? Mom Aubrey or yourself?
I'll try to save you, Aubrey. I'll do my best.
Wow, that's so sweet.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Another, would you rather choose career or friendship?
Oh, I
Or
think
career or relationship, sorry. Career
yeah,
or
I think
relationship?
relationship. Yeah. It's a hard
Because
one though. It's a hard one. I have both right now. So yeah, you can do both even
it's
better.
better to choose relationship, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the
Hmm.
best investment in life is something has to do with human relations. So that's better to choose that
Yes.
one.
Yes, totally.
Another is from Anna Cadion. Would you rather choose lemon tea or ginger tea?
I actually love lemon ginger tea, both together.
A
I really do.
combination.
I learned in India, lemon, ginger, and honey together in a tea is like so good. Delicious.
Mm-hmm. All right. Would you rather choose being a TikTokerist, or a YouTuber?
You guys, I grew my TikTok. I have more subscribers on TikTok in 4 weeks than I do on YouTube in 13 months. It's crazy.
Oh, and also in
So
Instagram,
yeah,
right?
Instagram. My Instagram is my biggest so far. But oh, I think I'm gonna say TikTok because lately I've been doing some just fun, crazy things and they're short
Mhm.
videos. And I said no to TikTok for like a year. I didn't want to get on TikTok. And people are like, Camille, go on TikTok, go on TikTok. And finally I did it 4 weeks ago. And it's been so fun. And I'm doing street interviews and I like used a machete, which I had never done in my life, and this video on TikTok got shared by Panama TV, like on their
Wow.
Instagram page. It has like almost a half
Wow.
million followers.
I
I
will
was like,
check that one.
no way.
I will
Yeah.
check that one. Please share
Yeah.
that one with me.
Yeah,
send
I
that.
will.
Send the link
I
to me, please.
will. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So that sounds really interesting. So
Yeah.
Miss Camille chose
TikTok for
TikTokers,
now.
being
But
a
I
TikTokers.
love YouTube. I'll keep posting YouTube videos. You
And to
guys should go
everyone,
subscribe.
yes, to everyone, the links of Miss Camille's social media accounts are already available on our description box. So just check
Yes.
there on the description box below.
Yes.
Another question is: would you rather choose day or night?
Day.
Mm-hmm. Shoes or sandals?
Sandals.
City or province?
City.
Another: long or short?
Long.
Salty or sweet?
Sweet.
Lost in the forest or lost in the ocean?
Oh, that's tough. I'll say forest. At least I'm on ground.
But you know how to swim, right?
Yes, I know how to swim.
Yeah.
I love the ocean too.
Yeah, you're an adventurer. Next,
Yes.
would you rather choose dog or cat?
Dog. There's actually two cats though in
Um,
this Airbnb. They're stayed here. They're still here.
all right. I see.
Yeah.
I see the photos of them on your Instagram. Some photos are there on your
Okay.
Instagram. Another is chocolate or lollipop. Would
Chocolate
you rather
wins every
choose-
time. You guys, I love chocolate.
All right. Another is this. There are a lot of questions. Attitude or intelligent?
Oof, that is a tough one. I'm gonna like, oh, I think attitude, like a good attitude. Yeah, the attitude is good.
All right.
Attitude's important. Yeah.
We have a tricky question for Would You Rather game from Christella.
Oof.
Would you rather choose, if there's a time machine, would you rather choose to go back to the past or be in your present?
That is tough because I don't like aging, but also I don't think I'd want to go way back into my past. So I think I'll be in the
Yes.
present. Yeah.
All
Very
right.
creative
Next
question.
yeah, that's creative. Next is cute or handsome?
Handsome.
Good English speaker or being beautiful?
You
That's
guys
given
are
to you.
so
That's
funny.
both given. They're so
Yeah.
funny. Filipinos are so funny. I told you.
Good English speaker because at least I can understand you, right?
Yeah. Yakult. Do you know Yakult? It's a drink
don't.
with
I don't.
lactobacillus. So let's move on to the next.
Lemon. Yeah.
It has something to do, yeah, from Paul Hamilton. Which is better? Would you rather choose MLA or APA? Do you know that?
I don't know what those mean. Do you?
Let's move on. Orange or lemon?
Oh, you guys, I had some of the best dried lemons. I didn't even know you could dry lemons, but in Italy, northern Italy, dried lemons, they're amazing. So I'll say lemon.
All right. Red or blue? What would you
Blue.
rather choose?
Blue.
Airplane or jet?
Jet.
Car or bike?
Car.
Girly or boyish?
Girly.
Vegetable salad or fruit salad?
Fruit salad.
Let's have some few more before we end. By the way, to the Filipinos who are watching, she doesn't know GMA or ABS-CBN. That's a joke. That's a network here in the
Okay.
Philippines. Network in
Okay.
Philippine TV. Short hair or long hair?
We did that one
What do you
right.
prefer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Veggie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a
Veggie.
vegetarian, a pescatarian. I eat fish, but I don't eat meat.
Here I would like to end this would you rather game with this a little funny question again from VegU. Please answer this. Would you rather speak endlessly as in nonstop or listen horribly as in you can hear the silent battles? What would you prefer?
I'll
What
just say
would you choose?
speak endlessly.
Speak endlessly. All right, so last one. I want this one. I promise it's the last one. Serious or
Funny.
funny?
Funny. You
Funny.
guys, I laugh a lot. Like I love to laugh, so I say
All
funny.
right. So
Yes.
a virtual claps for Miss Camille. Thank you so much, Miss
Yes.
Camille. By the way, before we end and bid goodbye to each other, I want you to say some final message to our live audience tonight.
Yeah.
What would you
Well,
like to tell them?
first of all, thank you. Thank you so much for being here in this live. Thank you to Aubrey for having me be a part of this live. I enjoyed getting to answer your questions, to be able to share about one of my biggest passions, which is language learning. And I just encourage you guys, no matter where you are, no matter who you are, just to keep going day by day, not worrying about what other people say. Don't be hard on your own self. Don't compare yourself to others. It doesn't matter if you're introverted, extroverted, tall or short, you can learn English. You will learn English. Make it a daily part of your life and never give up. And I answer my DMs on Instagram. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to message me. I would love to connect with you guys. And just thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Camille. I really had a night filled with fun and learnings. Thank you so much. It's a
Yes.
dream come true to have this collaboration with a native English speaker. You made this dream reality. So thank you so much,
Oh,
Miss Camille, for reaching out to me on my Instagram. You really are a blessing for me. And
wow.
also, I really appreciate your soul. You're very great. You're very beautiful inside and out. Thank you so much,
Oh, thank
Miss Camille.
you.
Have a great day
Thank
there in Panama.
you. Bye, you
Bye.
guys.
All right, so my dear learners, that's Miss Camille Hanson. I would like to invite you to follow her to on her Instagram because she's more active there. At Camille Hanson. She also has her YouTube channel, Learn English with Camille. And she has her TikTok, Learn English with Camille. The links are already provided on our description box below, as well as our topic, the 7 days to language success. She has an ebook of that one. She's the one who authored that book, that ebook. You may request a copy of that ebook. Send your email to her. The link is already available on the description box. You just have to sign up so that she can send to your email the copy of that ebook. And also, again, as being presented on the screen, follow her on her Instagram. And I would like to invite you also to follow me on my Instagram at Aubrey. Help me grow my Instagram account. And also like and follow me on my FB page and my Facebook page, which is Learn English with Teacher Aubrey. I'm sorry, pardon me if I cannot answer all your questions, all your chats there. So I would love to share with you my answer now that I can't no longer I can't accept yeah I can't accept learners for one-on-one tutorials because I'm very busy. So the only thing I know to help you improve your English is through these live lessons I'm conducting on my YouTube channel, through shooting or having a recorded video lessons. And also, I'm inviting you to I'm inviting you to subscribe to my second channel, Aubrey and Family Lifestyle TV. By the way, another thank you to Duho TV for sending another super sticker worth 1,900 Korean won. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, your generosity for showing so much generosity and appreciation. Another thing, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my brother's YouTube channel, 1P Moto Vlog. And lastly, if you learned a lot from tonight's lesson, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Yes, like, share, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you'll always get notified every time I'll be having live videos like this or new uploads. And to end our talk tonight. Sorry, I'm still I'm still thinking about Would You Rather game. That's so much fun. Thank you for your participation, for asking Miss Camille. To end this, I would love to share this one with you from Roy T. Benet. He wrote The Light in the Heart. He said that let the improvement of yourself keep you so busy that you don't have or you have no time to criticize others. That's very brilliant. That's very wonderful. When you are very busy focusing on how you can improve yourself, you will don't have more time to judge other people, to criticize other people, or to compare yourself with the improvement of others. Again, from Roy Benet, let the improvement of yourself keep you so busy that you don't have time or you have no more time to criticize others. And I hope that motivated you a lot because that thing really motivated me to just focus on myself, on improving myself, and not to criticize or judge other people. And let's all spread love, positivity, learning, and happiness. Always stay safe, always stay happy, stay sanitized during this pandemic. Have a good day. Good night, everyone. Bye.